guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be tweaking the design of our master bedroom. You may remember last year we did our master bedroom reveal and we did a lot of fun things in this room. We've liked a lot of what we did, but we're just wanting to tweak it a little bit and bring it to the next level. Just like my funky hairdo. I've been trying my hand at woodworking, like really beginning stuff lately, and so this will be the first piece of furniture that I've made. So I'm starting off basic. I'm going to go for a cool herringbone design on this. So wish me luck. I also wanted to mention our sponsor for this video, Buffy. They sent us this eucalyptus comforter and they make all kinds of different bedding all out of eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is awesome because it sleeps a lot cooler than cotton and it's also like super soft and silky and it's sustainable. So this is cruelty free and eucalyptus is really great to grow and takes a lot less water than cotton to grow. So it's a product you can really feel good about. Plus, what's great about Buffy is you can try it out and send it back for free. I always appreciate that because when you buy something online, you're not always sure what you're getting. So you guys can get $20 off your Buffy bedding by clicking the link in our description and entering the code Great Scots. So let me show you guys what I've got going here. In my crazy messy garage, we've got all kinds of boxes from recent projects in here, and I'm just barely like getting used to having some sort of woodworking workflow, if I can say that. I'm totally new to this, but I'm realizing the garage is the place for this sort of thing. I'm still figuring it out. Anyway, let me show you this headboard and what I have planned here. I have got my big sheet of plywood here, and I'm going to cut this down to size. This is an ugly board, but I'll be putting some pretty board to frame out this plywood. And then these are little wood shims. I don't know if you guys have seen these before. I think they use them for like spacing tile and stuff like that. But they're these little kind of uneven wood tiles, and I'm going to put these in a herringbone design. And the idea is just lots of variation, even in the height of the wood, but certainly the wood grain too. So hopefully this will look nice and pretty when I'm done. Also, this is my new baby. I purchased a miter saw for our last project and realized for this one I was gonna need this circular saw. And you know, for a lady who's just barely getting into this stuff, it really seems like it's going to be pretty simple. So, one thing I just have to say too, I do not know how people learn to do things before YouTube. It's so helpful, like when you're learning something new, to be able to go and just find expert videos on things. So, giving this a shot and just having some fun with trying to learn something new. Okay, that circular saw is not as easy to use as the miter saw, but I will get the hang of it. We made it through. Here's some progress. Got all this cut and framed out. Just waiting for this wood glue to dry. It's pretty late for tonight, so tomorrow is going to be staining wood and doing my herringbone. Welcome to night 2 of my headboard project. Tonight I'm going to stain all these little shims that are involved in this project. I'm getting excited, you guys, because the wood grain is really gonna look pretty. I've set them out a few times in the herringbone pattern. Let me show you. So this is just 2 packages of shims. I've got 26 in all, but you can see just the variation in the wood grain. I think that's gonna be really fun. And I'm kind of partial to like a light gray wash-ish stain. So this Weathered Oak by Varathane is what I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm excited. Lots of little shims to stain, but this is a really cost-effective project because these little guys are about 12 cents each. Yeah, there's lots of fun things you can do with them. Well, these ended up way too gray, like way too gray. So Desmond and I are off to Lowe's to hopefully find another stain that won't be so gray. I'm happy to report that this is going a lot better, actually. I ended up with fruit wood as the color of stain I'm using, and it's just coming out warm, but still with tones of gray. So this should be good. Now I'm gonna stain my underlayment and frame. It'll be all ready for me to get my herringbone on there tomorrow. All right, it is night 3 of this project. I love that these are divided into nights. tonight I am going to get all of these shims in the herringbone pattern on this headboard, hopefully finish this up. Putting this herringbone pattern together was kind of like doing a giant jigsaw puzzle, and I loved it. The shims are all a little bit different in shape and size, and so there's just some natural variation there. And I really loved kind of mixing up the wood grains and giving it really an eclectic kind of reclaimed wood look. Gluing down all those little pieces did take a fair amount of time, but where it really got tricky is when I was cutting all of the end pieces to fit that frame. Well, things were going swimmingly, and then I realized I'm about 20 shims short. So I've got to go buy the shims and stain a whole other set of these. On the bright side, I'm really loving it. Alright, so we've got it all in place. I think I'm really liking it. What do you think, babe?
It turned out really good. I still honestly cannot believe that you used the neighbor's trees to make this. That's amazing.
Don't tell him.
No, it's cool. I love the herringbone, and it's got this nice distressed look, and I like the stain too. It turned out really good. Awesome.
Thanks, babe.
I know it's gonna shock you, but I couldn't have made this. Like, I would have lost my patience with just the time and effort to get these all placed right. So
it was tedious, but it was fun. It was kind of like a giant puzzle. I think too, like what I was hoping to accomplish was balance on this wall. I think it's a lot better. Like the bed sits a little bit too low with the high ceilings we have, so I think that's gonna help a lot.
Nice work. Awesome.
Max and Mimi, what do you guys think?
Do you like it? Yeah.
Max, do you like it?
Do you like our new headboard?
It looks really good. The best part, I think, is just sleeping in here. You're gonna have the fresh smell of pine just hitting you in the face all the time.
Yeah, it's really romantic.
And hopefully we secured this good enough that it doesn't end up on our face, but I think it's good. No, really, awesome. Good job.
I think the bed still looks way understated, and this comforter is great, but we'll definitely get a duvet cover for it, kind of revamp this a little bit. And then I'm still trying to decide for sure on this, but I really want to do wainscoting around this room, kind of like 3/4 tall. I keep seeing that done and I love it, but that's a project for another day. It's time to take a rest after this one. Thanks for joining me for this fun project video. This was a fun project, and you know, it's always a good thing when a DIY project actually works out. Doesn't always turn out that way. We'll see you next time. Bye.